Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here to review Lisabi, A Legend is Born. That's part 2, right? I didn't get to review the part 1. I'll see if I can do the part 1 anyway, but let me just quickly get to it with the part 2. This story opens with Lisabi's father telling Lisabi the history of how the Oyo people came about this system of collecting tax and things from other tribes. The father tells him the story. Okay, let me try and make this. I wanted to make this non-spoiler, right? But let me just make a spoiler, right? Because there are some things that I would like to say concerning the movie. So let me just review it and just give you the analysis and all that in this one video. Ishabi's father tells him the story, and the way it is said like back then, before the establishment of empires and tribes, right? The sons of Odudua, they were siblings rather, the children of Odudua, right? They had a sister in their midst, and the sister saw that one of her siblings was not faring as well as them. So she called the other siblings who were, she was only woman in their midst rather, and they were all men. So she called the other men and told them that they should form up a system, they should come up with a system where they contribute stuff and give it to this their brother that is not as well to do as they are. So this their brother happened to be the ancestor of the Oyo people, right? So that was how that system came about, giving the Oyo people food, money and all that stuff, right? But that the issue now is that the current, that's in the story, right? The current Alaafin of Oyo has now made it compulsory that the other tribes must give him tributes. He has made it compulsory, and that's where the problem is coming from. So it's not like as if it's a compulsory thing or the other tribes are doing something wrong, and that was a way to absorb their sin or absorb whatever they've done wrong. It's just that this person decided to abuse the privilege that was given to the Oyo people. Now, what can I say about that? What I will say about Lisabi's father is that there was no Egba dialect. I didn't hear Egba dialect. My Yoruba is not too good. I speak Yoruba. The kind of Yoruba I speak is just a general one. It's not too good, but I've met Egba people before. There's a way they speak the Egba that you that speaks ordinary Yoruba can't even understand. But like the father was just speaking the normal Yoruba. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, the whole cast was just speaking. The only person that I would say has Egba dialect in the whole movie was Latif. That's the Lisabi himself. But every other person, no Egba dialect whatsoever. It was just the normal general Yoruba that everybody was speaking. So that's, and it looks odd. Watching it was odd because how will the son have Egba dialect and the father doesn't have it? I don't know if you get it. So anyway, we leave that scene. When we come to the scene that is the continuation of where part 1 ended. You know, part 1 ended where Shongodeyi was killed. That Shongodeyi, the leader of the tribute collectors, was killed by Lisabi. And so the other people who Lisabi had bestowed powers upon had gone into town to attack Shongodeyi's men. So that's exactly where we continue the movie. All the tribute collectors were killed. Lisabi led his men to the camp of the tribute collectors. The rest of them that were there were killed. Their camp was burnt down, and all the bodies of the tribute collectors was sent to the Alaafin of Oyo, right? So it was sent to the palace, and to my greatest surprise, the Alaafin of Oyo came out and saw the dead bodies. Like, he stood there and he looked at all of them. He even asked how many dead bodies were there. They told him 600. I found that odd, weird, and impossible, right? Because we know Yoruba kings are not supposed to set their eyes on dead bodies. Not to talk of 600. And then after looking at the dead body, so he told this Aruni Moja to go back to Egba people and take revenge. Because they have killed 600 of his men, Aruni Moja should make sure that he kills 6,000 of the Egba people, right? That was the order, and they left. And the Alaafin left, right? So the way Aruni Moja was dressed, from his dressing I could see that this person is not really a human being. I don't know, he's not really a human being, and he's not like a spirit. I'm so sorry that to be explaining some things is going to be a bit difficult for me, right? Because there are some things in Yoruba land, the Yoruba mythology, that it doesn't have an English equivalent. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Like, for example, now when you say Ebora, I can't say Ebora spirit, is not. And I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So some things are going to be a little bit difficult for me to explain. I'll just use the Yoruba words here because there are no equivalent English words that I know of. But anyway, from what I was saying, we could see that Aruni Moja was not actually human. But I can't really tell you what exactly it was. I just know he had supernatural powers. So after that, we'll go back to Egba land. We see Lisabi and the other warriors. They go to a priest there, and the priest cleanses the land. You know, after the war, it's customary in Yoruba culture. After a war, you have to cleanse the land to appease the gods because it's actually against the laws of the land to spill blood, right? So I like that part was shown. I really liked it because the other Yoruba history movies that we watch, after a war, you know, they just continue, they just keep going on like as if nothing happened. But that's not the way it actually is. There's supposed to be an appeasement before any other thing continues. So I like that part was shown. I liked it. After that, we go to where Ikiola is asks Lisabi who he really is, and he starts to tell her the story of his life. So there's a flashback, and we see that his mother is running away from some men. And you know that particular scene where she was running, she put him in a basket. She was running away from some men, from some assailants. She got to this stream. She placed the basket on the stream, and the water was taking Lisabi away while she was trying to fight off the assailants. Honestly speaking, that particular scene, I watched it up to 3 times. I watched it 3 good times. Why? Because I don't know who the assailants are. I don't know what business they had with Lisabi's mother. And I don't even know how the attack began. And it was not explained. Till I finished the movie, it was not explained. So I was lost. And then this issue of putting a baby in a basket, putting on the water like Moses, I don't really like that. This is a Yoruba traditional movie, right? So I had an issue with that scene, because that scene is definitely the story of Moses from the Bible. And we all know Moses from the Bible is not Yoruba, so I don't know why such a scene from the Bible is finding its way in Yoruba traditional story. It's finding its way in Yoruba traditional story. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So that one to put me off, that he was in a basket on the stream. I didn't like it. Anyway, the mother runs from the assailant, she fights with them and whatnot, and they stab her in the back. But she was able to save her son. They got out of the stream. They climbed a mountain or some rocks, not mountain passage. She climbed some rocks, and then that was when she started to get tired. And the baby was crying in her hands, and she already knew that she was going to die. So Lisabi's mother was making this speech. And that's another scene I had to watch over and over again. But I didn't get it. I don't know if the speech was a prayer. I don't know if she was talking. I don't know if she was recounting her history. The speech was not clear to me. I didn't understand. So I just assumed that she was praying to probably the elements, right? To like the wind or whatever. That was what I took it as. But sincerely, I did not know what that speech was about. And then the mother dies, right? So after some time that the mother dies, that's where the 4 creatures that we see in part 1, the 4 creatures come to take the baby from her. So the 4 creatures, Jogbo, Akilapa, Alabalashe, and Eye, they are the ones who come to take Lisabi from his mom. They take care of him. Right? This is the story that he tells Ikiola. And at this point, I was really afraid that he was telling Ikiola the story, because I thought the way the story would go was that